Hey everyone, so I got another project here on my bike. This is a Ducati Hypermotard, and while it's cold outside, it's mid-February, I decided to do some maintenance. A few things that I have done so far: installed this, so you got the radiator guard, the engine guard, and the oil cooler guards. In here, this is a pretty cool thing. It was pretty quick. Now it looks much better. Protects against the rocks, because look what the tire is, and it's shooting all the debris and everything right into this portion, which is kind of dangling at the bottom of the engine. Next thing, what I'm gonna do is bleed the brakes. So I bought this liquid moly brake fluid. It's DOT 5.1. Because look, let me just show you. This is pretty dirty. I don't think it was changed in multiple years. It shouldn't be like this, I know it. And also the brakes are very mushy. Let me show you here. So you're ready? I'm just gonna pull on the brakes. See, look at this. And I can still go even more. See, this is where I have a lot of travel here, and it shouldn't be like this with the Brembos. It shouldn't be. And another thing is, because I recently changed the brake pads. Let me just kind of squeeze into here. You see, look at the brake pads. They're literally brand new. Just have a few thousand miles on them. So it brakes, but it should be like literally, you know, as soon as I touch it, it should just stop. Because I ridden my friend's Hyper, and as soon as I touched the brake, I almost like flew over the handlebars. So this shouldn't be an issue, bleeding the brakes, right? That's pretty straightforward here. But one thing might be, hold on, I gotta lift this up because my bike is winterized. One thing that might be an issue is here, right? So this is the rear caliper. Where is it? Right there. See, this is the rear one, and you see the location of it. It's upside down. So the bleeder valve on the Ducatis is upside down, right? So it doesn't matter if you're gonna bleed it or not. All the air bubbles will still be up there, right, in the top portion. So what I have to do is I have to literally remove it, right? And some people reposition it here. They kind of attach it to the top section here, right? So when you bleed this, all the bubbles will obviously go to the top and leave the system. So that's what I'm gonna attempt to do. The front one shouldn't be a problem. The rear one, I mean, it's not that bad, but I know I should do both, so I'll attempt to do both. Okay, plus I got this really cool thing. Where is it? Let me show you. I got this on Amazon. This is a one-way valve, right? So you got this tube, several tubes with a connector, and this metal piece here, it's one-way valve. So I just connect it to the brake, and when I pump the brakes, I don't have to open and close the screw here, right? The 8mm, I think it's 8, because this is a one-way valve. So the valve will close and reopen only when the fluid is draining out. So it's not gonna let it back in. So I'm gonna attempt to use this system and see how it'll work. I never tried this before, so it says motorcycle brake bleeder kit. So with this valve. So I'll let you know how it works, okay? Okay, let me show you real quick the process with this. So I just finished this side, right? See, it's a little, I should wipe that off. I just finished this side, but this is the simplest method I figure out to bleed the brakes. So check this out, the way it works, right? Let me show you the other side. So I obviously connected, this is an 8 mil, right? I connected this rubber hose that came with the kit, and this is a one-way valve, right? It flows only that way, nothing flows back. And I have a container here, right? And I'm gonna recycle this later. So the cool thing about this, you know, typically what you do is you close this, right? You close this down, you pump the brake, you build the pressure, you open it, some stuff comes out, then you close it, and then you repeat the process back and forth. But with this one-way valve, you don't have to, right? All you do is keep this open and keep pumping. So let me show you. So this is my brake fluid. It's hard to do with one hand, but let me show you. Okay. See what I did is I just made 2 holes. It's very easy to pour, so you're not gonna spill anything. So this is my reservoir, so I refill, right, up to, look how clear it is, right, comparing to the old stuff that I showed you before, right? Look at the color. It's beautiful, right? Just to compare, this is the old stuff. So look at this. Old stuff, new stuff. That's how it's supposed to look like. Isn't that crazy? So I pump this into this container so you can see the difference. So anyway, check this out. So all I do is I don't have to do anything. I don't have to go in, I don't have to use that wrench at all. So I'm here so you can see. So I'm pumping the brake, and if you look, the liquid is moving, right? It's moving into the container, and all I'm doing is pumping. See? I don't have to open and close, open and close. And of course, the liquid is pumping out of the reservoir into the system. And if you notice on the top portion, there are no bubbles at all, like 0 bubbles, right? Why? Because it's a one-way valve. It's not letting, see, this is completely clear liquid, and the bubble is here, but nothing is coming back. So I think this is absolutely perfect, and all I have to do is tighten this. Hold on, let me, like I said, it's hard to do with one hand, but so I'm gonna tighten this, remove. I'm just gonna set it here for the time being, right? Tighten this a little better. This is good enough. I guess I gotta wipe this, close this down, and the bleed in the front is completed. This is the easiest way that I found out to bleed the brakes. The easiest. And now all I have to do is take my brake fluid, fill it up to the max level. Oh, I can't see, where's the max? Here, max is all the way up here. So I'm gonna fill it all the way up to the max. That's good enough, right? So it's almost like 90%. I have the bike on a stand, so I'm not gonna go all the way up. And put the cover in and everything. Everything is done. Absolutely beautiful. I'll show you the back when I get to it. Okay, stand by. Okay, you guys, I got another quick update. So I did the bleed on the front, right? On the right and the left, I showed you I did it with the valve. And then I tried the brakes. I didn't ride, but I tried them, and they were still very mushy. I couldn't understand why. I'm not following. I did everything correct. You know, there was no bubbles in the system. I used this valve. This is what, 250 mLs. I pretty much used the whole bottle, and I don't get it. Why is it so mushy? So I'm like, maybe I did something incorrect. I'm looking around, and look what I've noticed. So this is a Brembo system, and look at this. This is a Brembo master cylinder bleed valve as well, right? So I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't notice it, earlier. What a newbie mistake. So I just bled this master cylinder valve the same way I did the brakes, right? Similar thing. This opened, connected the one-way valve here, pumping the brakes, right? Just keep on pumping, and guess what? Literally the first 5 pumps or so, just pure air came out. Like nothing but air. It was empty. And I'm like, oh my gosh, am I doing something wrong? So I continued pumping, and then the clear liquid started coming out. So this thing was completely filled with air, and that's why I felt the mushiness in my brakes, right? So what I did is I pumped this pretty much and then refilled it again. See, almost up to the max level. This is max, so it's about like 75%. This is very good. Pretty much all of it. And look at the brakes now. Look at this after pumping. Boom. That's it. That's it. Remember when I showed you after the pumping, I was bringing the brakes almost up to the here, right? And now look at this. That's it. No more. This is my whole travel. Now that's how they're supposed to bite. That's how they're supposed to be, right? Not like all the way here like they were before. Just like this. Boom. And all because of this. All because of this. So yeah, the brakes on the bottom helped out, but this was the solution. So I'll show you the stuff on the back brake, and I'll show it to you later. Okay, so the brake job is completed. I did the rear ones as well. It's pretty straightforward. I use the same method, and look at this. So just to compare, this is the new stuff, right? This is the old stuff. I mean, look at the color difference. Isn't that unbelievable? And of course, let me just kind of walk around on this side, and I'll show you here. This is the reservoir, of course, just to compare the colors. And if you look, this brake, look at the brake pedal now, look. That's it. That's all the travel I get. That's it. Previously, or in some cases, I seen this brake would just go all the way here, right? Because it actually goes right next to the exhaust, so it would heat up all the time. But in this particular case, I mean, it's pretty good because I have this aftermarket exhaust. I have full Termioni exhaust, so it's I think it's still right next to it, right? It's like right here. It, of course, it heats up. I mean, they kind of put this metal thing here, but you know, when this thing heats up, it heats up. So this, they should have kind of relocated it to a different place, I guess, because of the heat and everything will of course degrade this. But still, nonetheless, look at this. And I'm extremely happy with the result on the front brake. Let me just set this here, because I mean, before it was just crazy. I would just pull all the way almost to the lever, I mean to the accelerator, but now look at this. That's it. So I'm really happy with this result. So that's it for now. I'm pretty much done here. I I'm not planning on doing anything else. Just waiting for it to warm up here in Jersey, and you know, can't wait to go riding. Okay, take care.